Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So some of you guys want me to continue with the upcoming episode of Unfortunate Love, and that is what we are going to do today. So the last where we stopped the last time was where Vikrant was exposed, and he also exposed Malishka in front of everyone. Then the police comes there, and then they were not able to arrest Vikrant because he ran away with his family. Then Malishka was also able to convince everyone that she did not know anything about Vikrant before. So let's continue from there. After Vikrant is exposed and his marriage with Lakshmi gets cancelled, Grandma is in the room. Ayush give medicine to Grandma. Grandma asks about Rishi. Ayush says my brother is fine, and he asks Grandma not to worry about him because his shield Lakshmi is with him. Grandma says yes, Lakshmi is with Rishi, so nothing to worry about. The doctor checks Rishi and asks the family not to worry because Rishi is fine, and he asks him to take his medicine and rest, and the doctor leaves. Neelam asks Rishi to rest. Lakshmi comes there and asks Neelam to rest as well and says you did not have your medicine, so take it and have rest. Neelam takes her medicine from Lakshmi's hand and she drinks water. Lakshmi asks her to rest now. Neelam says, how can I take a rest? My son is in pain. She says, I will sit with him. Rishi says, no mom, and he asks her to go and rest and says, if I need anything, then I would ask Lakshmi because her room is near. Virendra says, yes, Lakshmi will take care of Rishi. Malishka says to Rishi that what are you saying? Because your mom and me, your would-be wife, are with you. So why do you want to call Lakshmi for help? Rishi asks everyone to relax and he tells Malishka to go and says that he will meet her later. Ayush massages Grandma's feet. Grandma blesses him and asks him to take her to Rishi. Ayush says Rishi is fine and he would come to you tomorrow. Then you both can sit and talk. Grandma says to Ayush that Lakshmi has saved Rishi from Vikrant's bullet by pushing Rishi, and thank God for Lakshmi. If not, Vikrant would have killed Rishi. Ayush says we told everyone that Vikrant is not a good man, but nobody listened that he is a bad guy, but thank goodness that Lakshmi was there to save Rishi. Neelam says to Grandma and Ayush that all this happened because of Lakshmi. Grandma says but Virendra interrupts and says we should not talk about it now, and he asks Grandma that how are you? Grandma says that she is fine, and she asks everyone that didn't you see how I handled that gun? And Virendra asks Neelam to see and they laugh. Grandma asks Neelam not to worry about Rishi because Lakshmi is with him. Neelam says Lakshmi my foot and says I am Rishi's mother and I will be worried for him. Virendra says my mother doesn't want you to worry because you can get unwell. He praises Lakshmi for giving Neelam her BP medicine and says that is why she is Lakshmi. Grandma says that she is really Lakshmi and Neelam gets irritated. Virendra asks Ayush to drop Rano, Shalu and Bani at home and Ayush says okay. Grandma thinks that Lakshmi is really Lakshmi and she is the angel sent to them by God. Malishka tells Rishi that she will be with him and she asks him to sleep. Rishi says Lakshmi is with me and he tells Malishka that Lakshmi's room is opposite his room, so Malishka should not worry. Malishka asks Lakshmi to sleep in her room and says I will stay in your room so that I can come here to Rishi and take care of him. Shalu asks Malishka that why do you want to change the room? Malishka says if I could, then I would have changed Lakshmi's house, and she asks Shalu not to say anything because she is nobody in the house. She says she will not talk about this tonight and she asks Lakshmi to stay in her room. Ayush comes there but Rishi slaps him and asks that why didn't you tell everyone that I was coming there with proofs, and says that Saloni is Vikrant's wife. Ayush recalls what Neelam and Karishma did and he tells Rishi that Karishma snatched his phone from his hand and Neelam also did a lot, so he couldn't tell everyone. Malishka thinks that now Rishi would ask her about her involvement with Vikrant and she is about to go, but Rishi stops her and asks that when I told you that Vikrant and Saloni are husband and wife, then why didn't you tell everyone that you also know about them? Malishka pretends and says Vikrant has succeeded to initiate a fight between us and she tried to change the topic. Rishi asks Malishka not to change the topic and she should tell him the truth. Malishka says that everyone did not believe it when you told them, and if she had told them, then they wouldn't have believed that too, and they would have scolded her like they scolded Rishi, but now Rishi is blaming her. She cried and she goes away from there. Malishka comes to her room. She says everyone scolded me and says what do they think about me? She says there was a time when everyone used to love me and now they love Lakshmi. She says it would have been good if Lakshmi and Vikrant had married today, but the oversmart Vikrant has drowned himself and he does many mistakes. And if Vikrant had shown some smartness, then he would have married Lakshmi and his dream and my dream would have been fulfilled. Malishka says to herself that Vikrant was about to expose me, but thank God that I got saved. She thinks that where did that video on my phone go? And she checks her phone, but she couldn't find the video that she made when she caught Vikrant and Saloni together confessing their love. Shalu asks Lakshmi and says God is with you. Bani says God is with brother-in-law as well and he will be fine. Ayush says I will drop you at home, but Shalu says we will go home by ourselves. Ayush says I will not let you go by yourself and says Neelam ordered me to drop you home. Rano asks Rishi how are you? Rishi says he is fine. Rano then asks Lakshmi how she is and Lakshmi also nods her head that she is fine. Rano says that she thought that Lakshmi would become the daughter-in-law of a big house after marrying Vikrant, but her destiny is dirty. Shalu says we will live with Ayush. Rano says at least I will save the auto money because the marriage did not happen. She asks Ayush if he will come to drop them. Ayush says I will drop you all because it is Neelam's order, and Rano says that she would wait outside. Lakshmi asks Rishi to rest and Rishi says, how can I rest until you rest? He asks Lakshmi to sit and says, you are wearing heavy clothes since many days. Rishi says he will change his vest, but he needs some help because he has pain in his arms. Lakshmi says, no need to tell me, I know. Rishi says, I know that you feel pain when I feel pain, and they get emotional. Rishi asks Lakshmi to help him change his clothes. Lakshmi says, I will call Malishka. Rishi asks Lakshmi to help him and says, if you are thinking that you are not my wife, then even Malishka is not my wife. But Lakshmi still refused. Rishi says, I will change it by myself, even if I feel pain. He opens the cupboard and he tries to change his clothes, but he feels pain. Lakshmi says that she would help him and she is about to help him remove his clothes, but Karishma and Kiran comes there. Karishma shouted at Lakshmi and Kiran asks Lakshmi that what is she doing? Rishi says Lakshmi was only helping me to change the clothes. Kiran taunts Lakshmi and asks Rishi to take Malishka's help and she asks Lakshmi to go and Lakshmi goes away from there. Karishma says to Rishi that it would be good if Lakshmi had gotten married today. Rishi asks that so you wanted Lakshmi's life to be ruined. Karishma says she did not mean that. Kiran asks that how is Rishi? Rishi says that he is fine. Karishma tells Rishi that Malishka can take care of him more better than Lakshmi and because Malishka is his wife-to-be. Kiran tells Rishi that it is Malishka's duty to take care of him and it is Rishi's duty to take Malishka's help and says in this bath, Lakshmi cannot take Malishka's place and Kiran and Karishma goes away from there. Kiran comes to Malishka and tells her that Lakshmi is trying to get closer to Rishi and Lakshmi was in Rishi's bedroom and Malishka gets angry. Malishka says, how dare Lakshmi? Kiran asks Malishka to concentrate on Lakshmi and says Lakshmi is going to stay here from now because she did not marry Vikrant again. Malishka says I am burning because Lakshmi did not marry Vikrant and says Rishi should have come somewhat late and says who cares if Vikrant is bad or a goon and says Lakshmi would have gone away from here. Malishka tells Kiran that she got saved today because they couldn't find Vikrant's video on her phone. She says where did the video go from her phone and how did it disappear? Kiran says that the video did not disappear because it was deleted. Malishka asks that who deleted the video. Kiran says the video was deleted by the person who always saves you and Kiran says that she had deleted the video and Malishka is shocked. Okay, in case anyone wants to ask why Lakshmi was helping Rishi to remove his clothes, it was because, if you can remember, you will remember that Vikrant snatched one of the inspector's gun and then he shot in the air and the bullet hit Rishi on his shoulder. So that was why he was not able to remove his clothes by himself. And then I got a question that where did Malishka's video or where did the video on Malishka's phone that would have proved Malishka to be guilty, where was that video? Someone asked that question during the time I posted that video about Malishka being exposed, but they couldn't find the video of Vikrant and Saloni on Malishka's phone. So I hope you've gotten answer to your question in this video. It was Kiran that deleted the video and that was how Malishka was saved from being exposed. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.